Instagram, aka the app that we all know and love, has just launched a brand new feature in the form of a short video story lasting up to 24 hours. Sound familiar? That's because it is. It has the exact same features of a Snapchat story. The new feature Instagram has conveniently dubbed as the Stories feature allows users to upload photos and videos while letting your creativity fly freely with the help of text and writing tools.
Pure Evil, the downfall of the Snapchat app. Deep dive. Capitalism and true crime. Hey guys, it's me here, Comrade Lavender here, and today I'm back with another video today. I'm going to be talking about another website's downfall today. I'm talking about Snapchat's the app's rise and downfall. But before we get started, all my other YouTube videos related to this topic, other downfalls of other social media websites, and others are going to be on the screen right now. If you would like to check it out, I've down the downfalls of Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, Tumblr, Pinterest, Reddit. And more, you can check them out now. So let's get started into this YouTube video topic.
Dad, did you like dinner?
Did I?
Yeah. Was it good?
I cooked it.
Snapchat was created by Evan Spiegel, Bobby Murphy, and Reggie Brown, who were all college students at Stanford University. After a dispute, Spiegel and Murphy ousted Brown, who later received a settlement and formal recognition for his contributions. When the app was launched, they first called it Peekaboo. The concept was both simple and revolutionary, a platform where users could send photos that would disappear after a few seconds. This way, people could share moments without the fear of permanence of that content on the web. In September 2011, the name was changed to Snapchat, and the app became rapidly known among teenagers and young adults. Videos and photos sent through the app were called snaps, and they disappeared right after being viewed. This unique characteristic clearly encouraged a more authentic and spontaneous interaction among the users, differentiating it from the other platforms in vogue, whose contents were permanent. In the 2010s, Snapchat became popular by appealing to a young audience with its innovative features that stood out from established social media like Facebook. The app, it encouraged more authentic and spontaneous communication. As older relatives and parents increasingly joined Facebook, younger users sought a new, private platform for sharing with their closest friends. In 2013, Snapchat introduced Stories, a series of snaps that could be viewed by friends for 24 hours. This feature was a game changer and was later adopted by competitors, including Instagram and TikTok. By August 2014, 40% of adults in the US were using Snapchat regularly. And by next January, the app hit 75 million users. In 2015. The app launched Lenses, which used augmented reality (AR) to add creative, and often comedic, effects to selfies. The instant popularity of these features significantly boosted engagement. Starting in 2015, the Discover section offered content from major publishers and media partners. This expanded Snapchat beyond messaging into a content consumption platform. Geo-filters and other location-based ad tools also provided a creative way for brands to engage with users. In its early days, Snapchat's growth was fueled largely by word of mouth, starting in Los Angeles high schools before spreading to teens and college students everywhere. The app's rapid growth and unique vision quickly attracted attention and funding from major investors. In the years, the efforts to acquire Snapchat from other societies were many. Mark Zuckerberg tried at least twice to buy the rights to the app, and Google also made an attempt, but the creators never accepted. Snapchat's pioneering potential was too large. Some social media influencers and superstar celebrities who got popular on Snapchat include Dr. Miami gained massive popularity on Snapchat by live-streaming graphic, but consented plastic surgeries in a raw, unedited format set to hip-hop music.
Granting free Botox to the first 3 people that make appointments in those areas. I'm booked out through 2018. I think I'm the most watched right now. There's at least 10 others that I know of that are very good surgeons and also entertaining. We all have these almost like rap names. There's Dr. BBL, there's Real Dr. Six, there's Dr. Dallas, there's Dr. Feelgood.
Offering a shocking and engaging look into procedures that drew millions of followers and attracted major media attention. His approach to documenting the surgical process, including pre- and post-op content and skits, demystified plastic surgery for many and created a cult following, significantly increasing the accessibility and mainstream appeal of cosmetic procedures. Dr. Miami was the first surgeon to extensively document his surgeries on the Snapchat platform, providing a unique and graphic view into the operating room. His popular Snapchat stories helped make plastic surgery more mainstream and accessible, encouraging open discussions about procedures that were once taboo. His unique approach to social media earned him major media coverage, nominations for the Shorty Awards, and even a reality TV show on WeTV, which developed and greenlit a reality series titled Dr. Miami, solidifying his status as a social media star. Rihanna became popular on Snapchat.
Rihanna, say hi to Snap. Snap, snap, snap. Oh, I'm on Snapchat.
Yeah, you're on Snapchat.
Yeah, you're on Snapchat. For real, I have my own account.
Do you?
Rihanna, follow me.
Not by gaining initial fame there, but by using her established celebrity music status to offer a glimpse into her personal life, which gained her followers and made her a notable user before she later denounced the app after an offensive ad was posted. She also used the platform to share vacation photos and party experiences, making her stories popular and entertaining for her fans. Rihanna and her team effectively used her significant presence on platforms like Snapchat and Instagram to market new products, particularly her Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty brands later in the decade. By 2015, Rihanna was already a known, legitimate Snapchat user, demonstrating how well she could use the platform, according to the rap.
So I can get home quick, So I left, everything was good, and then it started getting dark. I went the wrong way on one of the channels, I wanted the open ocean. So when I realized that, I turned around, I'm freaking out now because it's dark, you can't see. The key is to make it. The key is to make it. So I turn around, and I finally make it back to, some familiar places. But then I had to go under this little bridge to get back to where I usually know, and just go down like the intercoastal so I can know my vibe, you know what I'm saying? So
DJ Khaled is arguably the most famous influencer to emerge from Snapchat in the 2010s. His rise on the app began in late 2015 and revitalized his career, earning him the nickname King of Snapchat. Khaled gained huge attention in late 2015 after getting lost on a jet ski and documenting the entire ordeal on Snapchat. This honest and humorous storytelling instantly made him a social media star. Before Khaled, most celebrities on social media curated a perfect image. He broke the mold by sharing his unscripted, everyday life, from motivational speeches on his elliptical machine to watering his plants, making his followers feel like they were part of his journey. Snapchat introduced him to a new demographic of fans, many of whom were new to his music, which helped him gain a massive audience. DJ Khaled's success on Snapchat set a new benchmark for how musicians could use social media, with other celebrities like Drake and Justin Bieber adopting his lingo and approach.
Such a nice day out here. I'm going to do my nude video right here out and open. So go to my Instagram bio and click it. Subscribe now. So I just posted my new nude video with this guy. So go click the link on my Instagram bio. Don't miss it. Hi my loves. So if you guys haven't got my calendar already, be sure to get it because it's limited edition, so they're not going to last long. So go to Britannia.store. So my new X-rated video is going up right now. So go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio. You don't want to miss it. And make sure to watch my Instagram story to find my wish list. And loves, don't forget to leave your email at checkout if you're getting anything from my wish list. That way I can send you a naughty picture on arrival.
Several prominent influencers have used Snapchat to build a following for adult content, often leveraging it to drive traffic to other platforms like OnlyFans. Snapchat's policy officially restricts the distribution of adult content, but some users have found ways to circumvent these rules, which can lead to their accounts being detected and banned. Lena the Plug, a porn star and internet personality who has used Snapchat as part of her online presence. Bella Thorne, while primarily a mainstream actress, Thorne famously joined OnlyFans, with her initial foray being promoted across her social media accounts, including Snapchat. Other porn stars such as problematic social media and OnlyFans influencer such as Britannia Razevi became popular on Snapchat after starting her porn career on other adult content platforms before making an OnlyFans account. Her existing notoriety and large following on other social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook helped drive her popularity on Snapchat as well. So what went wrong exactly leading to the social media websites and apps' overall downfall? Snapchat's decline started around 2018 when a major redesign was highly criticized, alienating both users and celebrities. Around the same time, Instagram and TikTok gained a strong following, replicating and improving upon Snapchat's key features, like stories and AR filters. In 2018, Snapchat was hit with major extreme backlash from Rihanna and Rihanna's fans. Rihanna used her Instagram to call out Snapchat for displaying an ad that made light of domestic violence by asking users if they would rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown.
The power of a superstar and social media. Singer Rihanna's Instagram post is reportedly the cause of a dive in Snapchat's revenue by about $800 million. Rihanna asked her fans to delete Snapchat after the app ran an ad poking fun at her domestic violence history with fellow singer Chris Brown. The ad was for a video game called Would You Rather. It asked users if they'd rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown. Snapchat quickly apologized, saying the advertisement was disgusting and should have never appeared.
Rihanna's powerful statement against the ad, coupled with fan action to delete the app, led to a significant drop in Snapchat's stock value. Snapchat loses $800 million after posting offensive ad of Rihanna. Snapchat, the company, offered an apology, saying that the ad was reviewed and approved in error. But Rihanna clapped back with an incendiary statement on Instagram. She was quoted in saying, "Now Snapchat," she wrote. "I know you already know you ain't my fav app out there, but I'm just trying to figure out what the point was with this mess. I'd love to call it ignorance, but I know you ain't that dumb. You spent money to animate something that would intentionally bring shame to domestic violence victims and made a joke of it," she continued. The ad references a 2009 altercation between the two, in which Rihanna's then boyfriend Chris Brown was arrested and later charged for assault. And over the years, Chris Brown has a pattern to this very day of going back to jail for the same reasons because of domestic violence on his other partners. Kylie Jenner had a different sort of gripe with Snapchat not too long ago. The youngest of the Jenner sisters wasn't so happy with Snapchat's most recent makeover. The redesign, which relies on algorithms to personalize what you see, drew a lot of criticism. More than 1 million people signed a petition calling for Snap to reverse the update. And Kylie, like many others, made her wanting love for the app known on Twitter. Chrissy Teigen, the model and television personality, tweeted that she had stopped using Snap, citing the new update, difficulty being found by followers, and the Rihanna poll as her reasons. Gen Z started to move away from Snapchat, finding shelter in the rivals Instagram and TikTok, which offered more engaging content, better discovery algorithms, and stronger social networking features. Backlash against Snapchat for animal abuse content is a long-standing issue that has resurfaced recently due to high-profile incidents.
Tonight, a surprising development in a social media animal cruelty case we first told you about last month. 7 Action News reporter Jennifer Ann Wilson shows us what happened when one nonprofit offered a reward for tips.
Macomb County Prosecutor's Office has approved charges for the man you see in the video. The problem is police haven't been able to track him down. They're hoping to bring him in next week. Meanwhile, the dog you saw in the video doesn't actually belong to the man in the video. According to Animal Control, that dog is back safe with its owners.
Despite having community guidelines that ban graphic violence and animal cruelty, the company has repeatedly faced criticism for its perceived failure to prevent the sharing of such content on its platform. A recent case that drew widespread outrage was an incident from April 2024, in which a woman in the UK was filmed on Snapchat encouraging her dogs to attack and kill a neighbor's 15-year-old cat. The woman, who laughed during the attack, posted the video on Snapchat. Animal welfare activists and vegan advocates expressed outrage over the incident and the lenient punishment the woman received. Reports of animal abuse on Snapchat date back several years. drawing consistent condemnation from animal welfare organizations like the RSPCA and PETA. A viral Snapchat video from Spokane, Washington, appeared to show two minors harming a dog, a Riverside, California. Man was convicted and sentenced to federal prison for fatally torturing a puppy and posting the video on Snapchat. PETA worked with police to rescue a cat that had been viciously punched in a Snapchat video. Reports by the UK's RSPCA revealed a 340% increase in reports of animal cruelty shared on Snapchat since 2015. A video showing people force-feeding alcohol to a pig on Snapchat was investigated by authorities. Some users who have reported animal abuse on social media platforms, including Snapchat, have complained that their reports were met with responses indicating that the content did not violate community standards. Bullying, hate speech, and racism on Snapchat.
Out of 5 siblings, Dee Dee Knudsen is the youngest. Her parents adopted her 11 years ago. She's grown into a devoted volleyball player and a bit of a daddy's girl.
This is just one of the kindest girls I've ever met, and so that's another reason why it hurts so bad.
In the middle of his workday, he sat down to explain that pain to us. A day after, trying to tell the world.
This is not scripted, so I'm going to make mistakes.
He made a YouTube video replaying the Snapchat that was sent to his daughter, where 2 students curse and call her the N-word repeatedly.
You're a slut.
You're such a slut.
You's a yes, you are.
Knudsen filed a police report and reached out to the 9th grader's parents. He says after heated discussion, the children's father left this message, also using the N-word.
Times have turned, huh? I guess you're a lover.
He stated that as he was growing up, he used the word all the time. He jokes with this word all the time in their house.
He says it was the words directed at his daughter that stung the most.
On the outside, I acted like it didn't affect me, and I just brushed it off and, just pretended life was different at the moment. But on the inside, I was kind of crying.
So what was it that made Brad Knudsen sit in this chair and go to the World Wide Web? He says he felt it was a last resort.
I was afraid that if I don't get this out, if I don't get people to understand what's going on here, especially with this individual, that my daughter is not going to say anything to me and I'm going to find her someday hanging in the bedroom.
I just hope people understand how much racism affects people.
And thanks to her dad, 50,000 plus already have.
I just refuse to let her go through stuff like that. There's no way. I won't do it.
This is not scripted, so I'm going to make mistakes. It's very emotional. We have a very beautiful African American daughter that we were very fortunate enough to adopt 11 years ago, and we've dealt with a little bit of racism, stares, things like that. That when she calls us mom or dad, but she's never noticed. She didn't notice, and so we just blew it off because it was directed towards us. But this past New Year's Eve, my daughter had a friend over. They were having fun. They were doing selfies and sending them out to their friends on Snapchat and things like that. Well, this girl that does not like my daughter was at a friend's house, apparently a couple of twins that were freshmen from Prior Lake. And these twins decided to send my daughter some Snapchats. Well, with Snapchat, you hold the button down. When you receive it, you listen to it or view it, and then it disappears. Well, after the 3rd video, my daughter's friend, who's Caucasian, came and told my wife and I that these things were happening and what the content of it was. Not only was it bullying, but it was also racism. And so when they got the 4th message from these kids, the 4th one, not the first one, the 4th one, my wife and I decided to take out my phone and videotape it as it was happening on the phone. And I want to show this to you really quick.
Covering them. Aaron, can I see your toenails?
You're a slut.
You're such a slut.
Nigger. You's a fat ass bitch. Yes, you are.
So I apologize. You probably couldn't see it very well, but as you can imagine, my wife and I were extremely shocked. I found out who these kids were. I attempted to call the twins' parents, left multiple messages, never got anything back. Went to their house numerous times. Nobody would ever answer the phone, or I'm sorry, answer the door. And so I reached out to the police because a week and a half ago, some of our very good friends, their son committed suicide at the age of 13 because of bullying. And at that point, it just dawned on me, I can't have this hanging over us and my daughter thinking the worst and something could happen. So I went to the police, told the police what happened, gave them the video. They went to the school, talked to the police that are stationed at the school, brought the kids in, talked to the parents, asked if it was okay if I called the parents. I got the cell phone of the father. And when I got the cell phone of the father, I finally got a hold of this individual. I'm not going to call him a gentleman because he's far from it. And I talked to him, and he told me he didn't understand what was wrong with the video because, one, their kids didn't even know my daughter. And I was like, well, that makes it even double bad. You don't even know my daughter. He told me I was crazy, that that's what he did when he was a kid, and that him and his family make jokes at the house using this word all the time. So what was the big deal? Said a few things to him that I can't repeat over this video. Then hung up on him because I couldn't take it anymore. And so I promptly get this email, or I'm sorry, text, or geez, sorry, I'm upset. This voicemail back from him, and this is what it said.
Yeah, Brad. Times have turned, huh? I guess you're a nigger lover. Call me back.
So I received that voicemail. Doing what I'm doing now, I can't believe that there's even frickin' individuals like this alive, but there are. And so I called him back and I said, well, yeah, that's a correct statement. I am an lover because I have a beautiful African-American daughter who I love more than life itself and would do anything for her. And said a few more choice words to him and hung up on him again. He called back numerous times and he left one other voice message. Let you hear this one.
Hey, Brad, you're a fag. Go touch base with your kids and you're a loser.
So I you know, and during our conversations, I said, well, I'm going to post this on social media. He goes, I don't care. I said, so you and your kids own this? Oh, yeah. Yep, no problem. It's like, okay, so I'm posting it. I said, I'm going to tell him your name. He goes, I don't care. So his name is Darren. It's either D-A or D-E-R-O-N. Last name is Puro, P-U-R-O. And we live in Prior Lake, Minnesota. And so I just want him to own it. And his twins that go to high school as a freshman, they could own it too. Thank you. I just had to get this off my chest. I just don't know what to do. Other than I love my daughter and I don't want her to end up committing suicide because of frickin' morons like this goddamn asshole. Sorry. Thanks. Bye.
In 2015, a Minnesota father's viral YouTube video led to the firing and termination of another father's employment after his children sent racist messages to the first father's adopted black daughter on Snapchat. Brad Knudsen posted an emotional video to YouTube detailing the racist, cyberbullying his adopted 14-year-old daughter, Deidre, received on Snapchat from two of her high school peers. Knudsen also included a recording of a voicemail message he received from the father of the teens accused of bullying, Darren Puro. In the message, Puro used a racial slur to describe Knudsen. Knudsen's video went viral, garnering millions of views in less than a week. The consequences for the bully's father, Darren Puro, an independent contractor at a financial firm, was fired from his job 2 days after Knudsen's video was posted online. Following the incident, the family of the teens accused of bullying issued a statement offering their deepest apologies. Knudsen stated that he created the video to raise awareness about bullying. Multiple incidents of racist bullying on Snapchat have involved underage students. For example, in March 2024, 6 teenagers in Massachusetts were charged for conducting a mock slave auction in a Snapchat group. In February 2024, a family in Colorado protested the Douglas County School District's handling of a racist group chat targeting Black students. A 2019 Teen Vogue article highlighted how the app's features were used to bully, with one teen recalling how a private photo circulated widely, leaving them with lasting emotional distress. A 2023 report from Statista showed that Snapchat received over 6.6 million reports for harassment and bullying in the first half of that year, making it the most reported violation. A 2025 report from SecurityOrg notes that children on Snapchat have a 69% chance of being cyberbullied.
Well, Snapchat, once again, causing controversy with one of its filters, this time turning selfies into what the app called yellow-face Asian caricatures with the squinty eyes, and then there was one that had buck teeth. Seriously? Snapchat, of course, quickly catching heat for this. Users saying the filters promotes racist stereotypes of Asians. Well, Snapchat took down the filter, saying it would not be used again.
Other incidents such as controversial Snapchat filters, the yellowface filter, 2016, an anime-inspired filter that gave users slanted eyes and buck teeth, was condemned as a racist caricature of East Asians and yellowface. The company removed the filter amid public outcry. Bob Marley filter, 2016. This filter added the musicians' dreadlocks and darkened users' faces. It was widely criticized as a form of digital blackface and cultural appropriation. Juneteenth filter, 2020. A filter that featured a Pan-African flag design, which some critics said required users to smile and chain-breaking animation will appear, was pulled after backlash. One critics have attributed the pattern of racist filters to a lack of diversity within Snapchat's workforce, pointing out the company's past failure to release diversity statistics.
The FBI is investigating the surge in fentanyl poisoning deaths among young people and the possible correlation to a very popular social media app. Before we dive into the investigation, let's take a closer look at the numbers here. Between 2019 and 2021, median monthly overdoses among adolescents in the U.S. climbed 109%. That's according to the CDC. And when we look specifically at fentanyl-related deaths among that same group, 10 to 19 years old, there was that 182% spike. Well, federal authorities are now warning that Snapchat could be the gateway to fentanyl access among teens. In December, Snapchat reporting 363 million daily active users in its quarterly earnings report. And now the National Crime Prevention Council is warning that Snapchat has become a digital open-air drug market, allowing drug dealers to market and to sell fake pills to unsuspecting tweens and teens. News Nation's Ryan Bass giving us the latest on this investigation now. Ryan?
Washington has certainly zeroed in on social media apps, Natasha, specifically Snapchat, examining their role in the national fentanyl crisis, which law enforcement experts say has unique features that makes it easy to target kids and hard for parents to protect them. The FBI and Justice Department have targeted Snapchat and its parent company, looking into the social media platform's possible role in the national fentanyl crisis, especially among teens. The popular photo and messaging app is known for its disappearing texts and was recently called out by the National Crime Prevention Council last month, saying Snapchat is, quote, the platform of choice for fentanyl drug dealers.
The FBI and the government quickly realized that drug dealers or drug czars were utilizing social media, and in particular Snapchat, to be able to be effective with respect to advertising their drug sales.
The CDC said fentanyl-related deaths of 10 to 19-year-olds between 2019 and 2021 jumped 182%, with nearly a quarter of those deaths coming from counterfeit pills. Amy Neville knows that pain firsthand. Her son Alexander was just 14 years old when he overdosed on a pill laced with the highly toxic drug. She said Snapchat was her son's gateway to the opioid, and that the company should allow more transparency to hold them accountable.
Let us in. Let in a transparency audit, third party, completely unrelated to Snapchat, to verify what you're doing. Either to say, yeah, you know what, they're getting this right, or you know what, here's what they're getting right, here's what they need to fix, or they're totally missing the mark.
Snapchat's representatives said in a statement on Wednesday that the company is, quote, committed to doing our part to fight the national fentanyl poisoning crisis, which includes using cutting-edge technology to help us proactively find and shut down drug dealers' accounts. They said they also block and search for drug-related terms and have improved parental supervision features. Kaplan said parents have to be more mindful of their kids' social media activity because they might not catch on that they're being taken advantage of.
Snapchat has received intense backlash for its role in facilitating drug trafficking, particularly the sale of counterfeit pills laced with fentanyl, which has led to numerous overdose deaths among teens and young adults. The criticism centers on features of the app that allegedly create a dangerous marketplace for illegal substances, which have resulted in multiple lawsuits against the company. The Social Media Victims Law Center has filed a consolidated lawsuit in California on behalf of dozens of families whose children died from fentanyl overdoses after buying counterfeit pills on Snapchat. In December 2024, an appeals court denied Snap's request to dismiss the case, allowing plaintiffs to move forward with discovery and seek internal company documents. The app's disappearing messages and My Eyes Only feature allow users to hide illegal conversations and photos from parents or law enforcement, obstructing monitoring and accountability. Dealers often use slang and emojis to advertise and sell drugs, which helps them evade detection by Snapchat's content filters and law enforcement. Snapchat accused of failing to filter out obvious usernames such as Coke, Weed, and Molly. Snapchat has been accused by a Danish research organization of leaving an overwhelming number of drug dealers to openly operate on Snapchat, making it easy for children to buy substances including cocaine, opioids, and MDMA. Lawsuits challenging Snapchat's liability are also seen as a test of Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, a law that has historically protected tech companies from legal responsibility for third-party content. This legal pressure, along with public outrage, has fueled legislative efforts like the Kids Online Safety Act.
They're recruiting kids on Snapchat, on some of the other social media platforms. They are basically saying, hey, do you want to make a quick $1,000? Yeah, okay, drive down to this location and pick up these people and take them to this other spot and you'll get paid when you deliver them. And so these kids are falling for that, and they're going down and they're basically smuggling humans further into the US and, making money to do it, but getting recruited on some of the social media platforms.
Like that was just always a thing. But then my kids always had the password to my devices. Like it's an open door policy. Go on my phone if you want. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Right? But we do have a responsibility to protect kids. And groomers and pedophiles it's sad, but they're good at what they do.
They are.
Right? And I think that's part of people think, can I tell you a real quick story about a 12-year-old girl?
Please do.
So she had been speaking. So her mom let her get Snapchat, and it was a long, drawn-out process. Mom did everything right. She used the family center, so she was able to monitor her account. But her and her friends are smart, and so they created a secondary account they had over 150 strangers on it that they didn't know that they were communicating with. So mom would check her phone. Yeah, everything's good, right? She's only talking to her friends. And then she would log out of that account and log into the other account. So on that account, she was speaking to a 33-year-old man named Calvin. And Calvin knew this girl was 12. And so their conversation had gone on over 2 weeks, and Calvin was very supportive and very kind and always checking in. And how was your math test? And how's your day? And there was no red flags.
No.
Right? Because we prepare kids for monsters. Calvin wasn't a monster.
No.
And then he made a comment. He sent a picture to her and asked if she thought he was attractive. And she kind of backed off and kind of did the whole huh? Like you could tell by the conversation. She felt uncomfortable. She tried to change the subject. And then he asked again. So I take it that means no, you don't think I'm attractive? And she said, oh, you look fine. And then he sent an eggplant emoji. And so she said,
we all know what the eggplant means.
So then she kind of tried again to change the conversation. And anyway, at the very end of it, she said, I have a boyfriend. And his comment was, I don't care if you have a boyfriend. My dick is bigger than his. And this is a 33-year-old man who knows he's speaking to a 12-year-old.
Almost daily, Snapchat sends me a push notification reminding me that I created this in their app a few years ago. No, I know. I'm aware, Snapchat. I'm aware that I was able to use your app to transform my adult self into a child very easily for the purpose of catching predators. I'm aware.
Snapchat has received intense backlash over allegations that its platform facilitates human trafficking and sexual exploitation. unsealed documents revealed that Snapchat ignored employee concerns about harm to minors, and in one internal email, noted that the company was receiving roughly 10,000 reports of sextortion per month in 2022. Snapchat has been criticized for failing to adequately verify user ages, which allows minors to be exposed to illegal and inappropriate content. Snapchat is facing significant backlash from multiple fronts over allegations that its platform facilitates the exploitation of children by predators. Lawsuits from states like New Mexico, Utah, and Florida claim that Snapchat's design features are negligent and intentionally created to foster addiction and make it easy for predators to find minors to prey on. New Mexico, Florida, and Utah have filed lawsuits against Snap Inc. for allegedly violating consumer protection laws. They claim the company misleads the public about its safety features and negligently exposes minors to harm from online predators and drug dealers. This lawsuit alleges that Snapchat's features, like disappearing messages, are misleading and that the app is a breeding ground for child predators. It states that predators can easily save explicit images, contrary to the app's claims of ephemerality, and use features like quick add to target minors. Unsealed court documents and employee accounts suggest that Snapchat knowingly ignored internal warnings about predatory activity on its platform for years. Internal emails revealed that Snap employees were aware of significant child safety issues, but that management dismissed concerns, citing the need to prioritize company growth. Internal reports indicated that Snap was aware that predators were exploiting features like quick add and mentions to find underage users. Snapchat's core feature, which implies that messages disappear, is misleading, as predators can easily use screenshots or other methods to save images and Snapchats. Snap Map, the feature that shows users' real-time location, has been linked to real-world stalking true crime cases and assault incidents. Snapchat has been accused also of sexual harassment, discrimination, and retaliation. In June 2024, Snap Inc. reached a $15 million settlement with the California Civil Rights Department over a 3-year investigation. The investigation confirmed allegations by numerous female employees in California who worked at the company between 2014 and 2024. According to the Civil Rights Agency's complaint, women were paid less than male counterparts and received fewer promotion opportunities. Female employees were told to wait their turn for promotions, while less qualified male colleagues were fast-tracked. Women who complained about discrimination or sexual harassment faced retaliation, including negative performance reviews, being denied opportunities, or being terminated. Some female employees experienced unwanted sexual advances and other harassing behavior. Male hiring managers reportedly belittled female candidates. Snapchat has gotten backlash for its political censorship on the app. Al Jazeera attacks Snap for censoring content in Saudi Arabia. Al Jazeera lashed out at the company behind Snapchat's decision to remove the Qatari-owned network stories and videos from its app in Saudi Arabia. As Snap gets dragged into the divisive Gulf dispute, Al Jazeera on Monday said the U.S. group's alarming move sent a message that countries could silence dissenting views by pressuring social media and content distribution companies. Snapchat had earlier confirmed it had pulled Al Jazeera's channel on the Discover section of Snapchat, following a request from Saudi Arabia's Communications and Information Technology Commission, saying it would comply with local laws. Snapchat has a strong presence in the Middle East, where, alongside Instagram, it has grown rapidly in the past couple of years. The company Snapchat has faced multiple privacy-related lawsuits and regulatory action for failing to protect user data and misleading the public about the security of its disappearing messages. Snapchat settled charges with the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, for misrepresenting its privacy and security practices. The FTC found that the company failed to notify users when recipients saved snaps, collected location data on Android without proper disclosure, and could have prevented a user data hack that exposed 4.6 million usernames and phone numbers. In 2022, Snap settled a class action lawsuit in Illinois for allegedly violating the state's Biometric Information Privacy Act. The suit claimed the company's filters collected users' facial recognition data without consent. Lawsuits filed by parents, school districts, and government agencies accuse Snapchat and other social media companies of designing platforms that are addictive and harmful to young users' mental health. Lawsuits allege features like Snapstreaks and Stories are designed to trigger dopamine releases and exploit the fear of missing out, FOMO, driving compulsive usage among children.